Well, guys, hell just froze over because CNN, yes, that CNN, is now admitting that Trump's economy is working. Let me say that slower for the fact checkers over at CNN. CNN says Trump's economic recovery is remarkable and impressive. Their words, not mine. This is the same network that cried foul every time Trump said the word jobs. The same network that predicted a trade war apocalypse. Now, they're practically reporting live from the stock exchange with pom-poms. But what's behind the headlines? Why is Wall Street soaring? Why are investors buying back in? And what exactly forced CNN to finally eat their words? Stick with me because this one's not just about the market. It's about a man, a strategy, and a whole lot of winning. So, my name is Tom. I'm with the Daily Beltway. I'm publisher of the Illinois Review, and I'm also a White House correspondent for the Next News Network. As of June 25th, 2025, the S&P 500 hit an all-time high, closing at 6,095. That's up nearly 3% in 1 month and 11% year over year. Now, that's impressive on its own, but here's the kicker. Just 2 months ago, the market was in near free fall. Nearly $10 trillion was wiped out by April. We were one bad headline away from full-blown panic. Then Trump stepped in. On May 30th, he doubled tariffs on steel and aluminum. Investors, they flinched. Then came new tariffs on appliances. The media, they lost their collective minds. But the market, it bounced right back. And why is that? Because on June 11th, the Trump administration announced a 90-day pause on additional China tariffs because they were close to reaching a trade deal, which they have reached since then. Cooler heads prevailed. Smarter strategies won out. That single move reignited investor confidence. And check this out. Even CNN's Vanessa Yurkevich, I'm going to butcher that name, had to give credit where credit was due. On air, she said the recovery was remarkable and really impressive given where the market was not that long ago. Let's go ahead and check it out. In their words, not mine.
We're just minutes away from the closing bell on Wall Street, and the S&P 500 closed yesterday on the cusp of a record high. Right now, kind of flatlining down just a teensy-weensy bit. CNN's Vanessa Yurkevich joins us now with more. Vanessa, this is really impressive given where the market was not that long ago.
Yeah, really a remarkable story on Wall Street. We've been watching the S&P very closely all day as it has been flirting with a new record, the last one set back in February. But it is remarkable because at the low of the S&P, it had shed $9.8 trillion in April, almost entering bear market territory. And it's nearly now recovered all of its losses. And just look at the markets. You see the Dow, the S&P, and the NASDAQ on your screen. That dramatic V-shaped drop and then recovery. I was talking to a chief investment strategist, Sam Stovall of CFRA, who told me that usually it takes about 4 months for markets to enter the low and then another 4 months for a recovery to get back to even. That happened in half the time. So it really is remarkable. And essentially investors, what they have seen is that after
All the panicans out there, trust the plan, guys. These people, they know what they're doing. Trump hired the best, period. And it's all about doing the right deal at the right time and making sure you have the correct leverage to get it done. CNN, they want headlines. They want clicks. That's all they care about. They only care about the clicks and getting their people and getting their views up because their ratings are in trash. If you guys watch Tim Pool, his ratings at night are better than freaking CNN's. Come on.
After the 90-day pause on reciprocal tariffs and after the tariff rates on China were reduced from 145% to 30%, they really believed that the fear of a recession was taken off the table and that maybe some of these tariffs had more bark than bite. And also, Boris, just recently, the conflict in the Middle East between Iran and Israel. Well, what happened over the weekend was that the U.S. took out nuclear sites in Iran. And so Wall Street woke up Monday morning and they were relieved. Investors were relieved. So you saw a little bit of a relief rally happening today. But we're watching down to the last minute to see if the S&P will hit a new record.
Which it probably will. Let's give it credit here. We need to stay on track. Like everybody's like, oh, he's doing it wrong. You know, he did 10 bombs, 12 bombs, took out the entire Iranian program, allowed Iran to attack us the next day, and then we had 12 hours later we had a peace deal. It's so hard covering the White House in this news because it happens so fast. That's my one aside. I'm sorry. So when CNN gives Trump a pat on the back, you know they are out of excuses. And this isn't just about optics. Corporate profits are rising. Citigroup is up 8.4%. JP Morgan gained 11.5%. The banking sector is rebounding and capital, it's flowing again. Even with average household tariffs adding up to around 1,200 this year, the markets, they're shrugging it off. Why? Because Trump's strategy is working. Tariffs aren't about punishment, they're leverage, and Wall Street, they know it. Back in Biden's day, markets rose slower, just under 58% over 4 years. Trump's first term, 68%. His second term, he's already set a new record just 5 months in, with all the crazy international stuff going on and the trade wars. And let's not forget about the geopolitical wild card. Over the weekend, the U.S. took action against Iranian nuclear sites. Normally, that would spark fear. And this time, the market, it went up. They opened up on Monday, which is insane. Because strength doesn't scare investors. Uncertainty does. And Trump's America, it's sending a clear message. Strength. If you get value from this report, guys, tap subscribe. My opinion is next. Like, comment, and share to help break the algorithm and spread the truth. We really need the help pushing stuff. Trying to build this channel. I can only do it with you guys. So, what are we really seeing here? A headline? A bounce? No. This is proof that confidence is back. Under Trump, America's economy isn't just alive, it's dominant. He didn't rely on cheap credit or phony stimulus. He used strength on trade, on China, and on deregulation. And despite all the noise, all the lawsuits, all the fake media tantrums, the economy is stronger than ever. And guys, that's peace through strength in action in every facet that can mean. And it's driving the media nuts. I love watching these meltdowns. CNN, they wanted to cover the collapse. Instead, they got a comeback. They were ready for a recession. Instead, they got record highs. The truth is, America works best when it's run like a business. Trump, he gets that. The entire administration gets that. That's what I voted for, and that's why the markets trust him. That's why capital is returning. And that's why, even through gritted teeth, CNN is finally telling the truth on this one subject, the economy. Everything else they're lying through their effing teeth on. And so this record market, it's not just a rebound, it's a reminder. America doesn't need more bureaucracy, it needs boldness, leadership, and a president who knows how to win. So guys, stay sharp, stay informed, and never let the fake news media write your story. Again, I'm Tom, guys. See you later.